So there are two types of compounds. Two kinds of compounds that we're going to talk about. And the first one are inorganic compounds. And these are substances, I'm spelling really well today, substances that do not contain both carbon, C, and hydrogen. And those are the molecules we've been talking about, like ionically bonded molecules, salts, acids, bases, things like that. Those are inorganic compounds. And they're also organic compounds. And these are substances that do contain carbon and hydrogen. Okay, so we're going to start looking now at organic compounds. Carbon is the element of life, okay, and pretty much everything is built out of carbon. So carbon is number 6 on the periodic table. So from that, you should know by looking at that it has 4 electrons in its valence shell. So if it has 4 electrons, so remember, here's our little nucleus here. Let's do it like that. And the first shell is going to have 2 electrons, and this next shell is going to have 4 electrons, and that is 6. So does carbon want to give away all these electrons? Probably not. Can they really find 4 electrons to take to complete its little 8 in its outer shell? Probably not. So carbon is always going to covalently bond with other elements and other molecules. Okay? So these molecules, these carbon molecules, these are unique to living systems. And we're going to talk about each one specifically. We're going to talk about carbohydrates. Then we're going to talk about lipids. These are fats. We're going to talk about proteins. And we're going to talk about nucleic acids. So these are all organic carbon-based molecules. They're basically long chains of carbons with a bunch of functional groups hanging off of them. Okay? So these functional groups kind of provide their characteristics and their ability to bond with things. Okay? So each one of these have monomers. So these are the subunits of organic molecules. So these are the ones that are going to be linked together. And when they're linked together, they make polymers, which are just chains of monomers. So the first one we're going to talk about is carbohydrates, and that's going to be the next video.